Weird question, but I would like to see you make a Blox Fruit series. The game is a lot of grinding, but it's really fun. Try it out sometime, Bizaah. Cheers, Danny. Hello, Danny. Blox Fruits is the most dogshit looking unfun game that I have ever seen on Roblox, so do not expect me to make a series or even a video on it. Ever.
Mom, why do you hate on Blox Fruits? You wouldn't even be able to make anything near the quality of Blox Fruits.
Tattooing!
Yeah, to be honest, it's probably fucking right. Well, that's not gonna stop me anyways. So yeah, here's a new Roblox project. And, it's pretty barren. There's not really much here. So I went over to the terrain tab and added a bit of water because, you know, One Piece is very well known for having a good amount of water. Anyways, the lighting is fucking dog shit, so there we go. Beautiful fucking water now. So instead of me showing you the next thing that I've made, I'm just going to tell you just a tiny bit about the game. The game is called The Great Pirate Era, or at least for the time being. This game intends to change the format that most Roblox One Piece games follow. That being, you start on an island, grind there until you're a certain level, go to the next island, grind there until you're a certain level, next island, grind, so on and so forth. A lot of these games, like GPO, have a powers first, gameplay second mentality, where each update they add brand new fruits, brand new fighting styles, whatever the hell to get people excited, but they don't actually improve on their main gameplay experience. So the idea is that I want to start off with like a good, fun gameplay loop first, and then we add powers second, because powers should always be an add-on to an already good gameplay experience. So what would the gameplay be like when this game is fully out? Well, the idea is that of a game similar to Sea of Thieves. Some form of sandbox adventure in the One Piece world. Of course, you'd still have your levels and XP, but the way how you go about leveling them up is kind of non-linear. One day, you could be leveling up by going to find random enemy encampments that sometimes activate, similar to Sea of Thieves' fort system. Or another day, you could be hunting treasure, trying to get XP from selling that. You could even be a merchant going around the seas getting money, or, you know, whatever you feel like. So the idea is that every major update, I add a new way to play and enjoy the game. And what you're seeing this episode is me making the prototype update, where the main way of playing is treasure hunting, not killing NPCs. Okay, explanation done, let's get back to making the game. So first off, I decided to go into Blender and make a weird hexagon shape that, if I do say so myself, is looking rather thick. After that, I exported it, smashed it into Roblox, and here we go, a nice looking island. Kinda. And see, what's good about an island that doesn't have anything on the island? So I popped back into Blender and made a windmill thing, because why not? Then decided that I felt like learning some more Roblox constraint stuff, because that's cool. And quickly made the blades of the windmill, which I know looks dog shit, because I didn't model it in Blender, but I don't fucking care, bro, shut up. And after that, I realized I had only made a windmill, so I went back into Blender and quickly made some houses, fences, and a bit of farmland. Copied the top half of the island again to make some hillsides. Build a little dock out of Roblox parts, and there you go. I also made this weird tavern type building that I haven't decorated yet, so it doesn't have its doors and, you know, doesn't have all the cool shit that should be on it, but that's fine. So yeah, this is what we got so far, Fushia Village. It isn't exactly accurate to the actual area of Fushia Village, because Fushia Village is on an island called Dawn Island, which has a massive city on it. But for now, that's fine. I'll probably go back and remake the area at some point, but I quite like it. It's just a nice little tiny island. So I posted this onto my YouTube community posts, and somebody said that I should add trees to it, but I've decided to hold that off for a bit because I want the trees to actually grow fruits on them, and so you can cut them down and that, which, yeah, I might be thinking a little bit too far ahead, but you know, we'll leave it for a bit, we'll come back to it another time. Trees are a no-go for now until I've made good inventory systems. Now, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to try and make a boat, because you see, I've never actually tried to make a boat in Roblox Studio before. Or in fact, I've never tried to make a vehicle in Roblox Studio before. And a few trial and errors with this weird little grey cube ended up getting me some nice looking results. All I had to do was make a model for it and put some better controls on it. So here's the new ship, and I do say it looks pretty good. And for any of you wondering how the ship works without its sails, it's Bluetooth. So yeah, now we got a nice little sailing mechanic. which it's a little buggy, but I feel like the controls aren't set in stone at the moment, and we could change it later. So yeah, don't tell Rare Games that I'm absolutely ripping off their really cool idea. Okay, so the next thing I would want to make is data storing, so that you can save players' levels, money and that. But to do that well, I would need to have it save the character's clothing, and that means I have to make a whole character creator, and the character creator can't be on the main game or else it's a bit weird and would mess up other code. Fucking Roblox Studio is just a nightmare, man. Don't do it, don't get into game dev, trust me, it's not worth it. Okay, so the way how I got around this problem was I created a second place inside of the experience, which will act as a main menu. So first off, let's add the sea that we had from earlier, and then make a miniature platform island type thing out of the big island we had earlier, just sized down a little bit. Now I'm going to place a few invisible parts of where the camera angles are going to be, and I'm going to place the dummy which is going to act as our character creator. Cool, so we're going to need a main menu now that has a load game button and character creation button, similar to Grand Pieces, I guess. And as soon as I said that, I realized that my game needs a logo, because, you know, there's that one there, and I don't have one, so we might as well just make a logo. So pop into Photoshop, and totally don't use the default font. Let me just, and then, perfect. So yeah, smack that shit on the GUI, put the other buttons below it, and there you go. You got a nice menu. So now we gotta code it so that when you press the character creation button, it moves the camera, and because we placed those two invisible blocks from earlier, this is quite easy. The camera now moves to the invisible blocks. Now the character creator is missing a bit of GUI, so there it is. And obviously these buttons just being there won't make a character creator work, so we're just gonna have to code something simple that applies the t-shirt to him, right? Wait, it's not that simple? Oh, you're telling me I have to literally, like, practically kill myself mentally to make it work? Oh, you're telling me that I have to spend countless hours of not sleeping at night to make this thing just marginally work so it's like a bootleg version of GPO? Oh, and I also have to do it way more than once, and it's different for each single fucking one? And you're also telling me it's probably gonna take up most of the time I have to record this video? Man, fuck this shit, bro. So yeah, I started off by making the most basic one, which is changing the face, which that was pretty hard to begin with, because you've got to have two separate face objects, one for the mouth and one for the eyes. And then when you're actually designing that in Photoshop, you got to make it so it doesn't overlap. Next up is hair, which you have to do that in Blender, I guess. And quite frankly, my Blender skills, except for making really nice thumbnails, are pretty atrocious, so... And there we have it, two weirdish hairstyles that look kind of dog shit. I'll probably improve them later and like make more, but for now that's all I've got. Okay, so we need to make a color wheel, which luckily there's this guy here. Got a very educational, nice video that I totally watched the entirety of and didn't just copy and paste, but you know. Okay, now let's hook up this color wheel to a little button here that'll change it, and there you go. And now for the hair, that's quite simple, but when it comes to the clothes, I feel like I'm gonna have an absolute aneurysm. Okay, so speaking of clothes, now we have to do the clothes. I'm not looking forward to this at all because I know how cancer this is going to be to do, but let's give it a try. Okay, so first off, you need to break the clothes up into multiple pieces for each body part, and then you need to weld them with code, and it really is not easy, and I'm not even gonna make a joke about that. That was so fucking boring. And then we got to set the color stuff, which I'm not even gonna make a joke about that. That just took way too fucking long. Like a good 2-3 days. And you gotta think, right? I still gotta upload videos during this, man. Kinda sucks. And there you have it. The t-shirt part is done. Now, luckily enough, I'm guessing that the trouser stuff is exactly the same. But I think that's where I'm gonna end today's video because I feel like killing myself. So yeah, if you don't hear from me in like the next 3 weeks, then I'm probably like hanging in my room somewhere, but you know. Next video, we'll probably tackle the treasure hunting aspects of the game, finish up trousers and shoes, and whatever else really needs doing, you know?